long time no see, everybody. It's Deborah here, and I have been MIA. Just had a lot going on here at home, and working on some other projects, some swaps, and trying to take care of some other personal things. And so anyway, wanted to share a video with you of a an altered book, altered junk planner. I actually found mine that was lost. Oh, where is the thing? Okay. Huh. Have I lost it again? You've got to be kidding me. It was right here. It was right here. Here we go. Phew. Oh, so there's mine. Hallelujah. Thank the good Lord, we found it. It turned out to be at my mom's house. I knew I had packed it up in one of her bags when we left the hospital that day. So, yeah, I'm very excited to get my book back. And so, I just fiddled around in the front of it, doodling a little bit and adding some, like, I wanted to remember where I ordered these library pockets from, so I put their card there. And this was back in August of 2018, and found my mailing list so I can get back to that of people's names. Yeah, anyway, got a lot of work to catch up on in this, but anyway, I had somebody approach me, Miss Tracie Alberry. She saw the video of working on my new one, which I'm just going to hold on to for another time, or yeah, because I've already decorated inside of that cover, messed that up. But she wanted to do a swap for one, and I was like, sure, absolutely, it sounds good to me. So she made me a journal, and I absolutely adore it. I'll do a flip through video of that. If you, some of you probably have already seen that on her channel. It's absolutely marvelous. But this is the journal that I have been working on for her, and I honestly did not think it would take me that long. It has taken forever to get this completed, and I actually love this one much better than I do my own. But that's I had my own, and I've used it and learned some things from it, and then working on Tracie's altered junk planner. I've thought of some other things I would like to incorporate in mine or in my next one maybe. So I wanted to show you too, these are the little the bags I make out of the vintage sheets. This one I don't think is quite vintage, this sheet, but it is an older sheet. But yeah, any book that you order from me at the Beaufort Bell on Etsy comes with its own little bag. So let's open this up and take a look at Tracie's book. And if anybody is interested in having one of these planners themselves, we could do a swap for it, or you could purchase it. I'm thinking about putting a listing. I really don't know how to do that because I don't want to go ahead and have them set up. I do have more of these books to make them out of. I've got a few more that I could, work with. And make sure that's in there, yeah, that we're filming. I can't tell. Oh, yeah, we are. Okay. But I do have several more books. And I love making them. It's just, it takes a little time. And now Tracie, what she wanted was for me to go ahead and start at January, at the beginning of the year, even though we were far beyond that. But she can go back and do like some memory keeping during those months up until, you know, the current time. And then move forward from the time she receives it on, you know, as a planner and a memory, you know, keeper. Anyway, let me show you the inside. So on the cover, I just added a vintage label name badge on the front cover. And I left these some pages single, but the majority of them I have glued two together. I removed about half the pages, a third to a half of the pages. So this is January's layout. And all of the months I've used some kind of coordinating decorative washi down the side. Put 2019, since we've started a new year, in glitter chipboard letters. The tab at the top is a vintage stamp and price tag. And then I added a vintage, postcard. And on the postcard, I sewed on a library card so she can see underneath, you know, what was written on there. And here's my January. And so, oh, and I stamped in the background lightly with two different color blues, Let It Snow, and some snowflakes. And you can just write, you know, right over those. They're just there in the background. Pictures and images like this, dark ones, have been covered up. And let's see, this one, didn't have any to cover up. But I'll show you what I do. So the next month is February. See the grid paper up at the top? That is actually covering some darker images or photographs that would be hard to write or journal over or make notes on. So I just used grid paper here. Used chipboards for the letters and stamped an open heart design just in the boxes for the month of February. The tab is a little banner with a glitter heart on it. I did decorate on Valentine's Day with some heart stickers, and I had I have several vintage gold metallic cupids, so I embellished the 14th with that. And for her note keeping or just extra writing space, I added a pink guest check that flips down, so she also has room. Oh, you can't see that probably. Here we go. It just flips down, so she has extra writing space or room to make notes or, you know, whatever there. And floral washi. Then she can do whatever she'd like on these pages. Then we have March. And in March, these are vintage letter stickers I found at a thrift store, if I'm not mistaken. Thrift shop. And they also came with a bunch of the black vinyl letter stickers like you see people use on their mailboxes, you know, or house numbers. Really cool. Love those. And I drew a little rainbow down at the bottom with some Sharpie markers, covered up images with green ledger paper, here, and here, and then added this yellow envelope pocket, put some washi on the edge, and put some goodies inside, some washi tape samples, and some tickets. And thinking about the 17th, you know, and the as the holiday this month right here, I didn't decorate it, but I just kind of went with the rainbow theme, you know, thinking about the rainbow at and the pot of gold at the end. And then I just had these cute little Charlie Brown Peanuts gang characters and put them in there because of the primary colors. I thought they were cute. And then added some floral coordinating washi on the sides of the pages. And then I added on this blank page just a little vintage tally for a baby shower, like bridge get together, and put some pink lined paper on the inside to sew that in. She could move that wherever she'd like. And use some blue gingham and white ribbon at the top of the paper clip. And then we have the month of April. And to cover up images, I used these rainbow cloud cut die cuts that were actually sticky notes. They came in a pad. I got at the Dollar Tree. As a matter of fact, they were by Jot, if I'm not mistaken. For the name of the month, I hand wrote April, and I stamped under the clouds with a very pale blue, some raindrops. Let's see if I can get that in there for you to see. Right here. That's what gave me the idea about the stamping lightly in the background for all of them. And then up at the top, my tab for the month is this little paper clip I embellished with clouds. Didn't do anything for Easter, you know. I don't want to, I want this to be her journal, you know, for the most part. And I don't know who celebrates what and don't want to get into all of that. So, you know, I thought about that as I had been decorating some holiday things. And I thought, you know, the best thing to do is just leave it blank and let the person, the owner of the journal, do the decorating. But anyway, over here, instead of just a piece of paper added to make notes on, this month I put in a CD cover, little paper CD cover with the window. And on the back I just added some washi that has clouds on it, kind of go with this theme, and the colors matched. And had some goodies inside for her. Just a little bunny I stamped. A little vintage saucer mat from England. Pink tag, and I think there was something else. Hiding. Oh, pink price tag. Vintage. Okay. And we'll just stuff these back in here. Alrighty, and blue dot circles, washi tape that's coordinated down each side. On this page, I added, it's like a Project Life card. It just has beautiful flowers on the front, and on the back it says I'm currently, and she can fill out things like reading, discovering, listening to blank, celebrating blank, enjoying blank, feeling blank. So at, you know, any point in her journey that she feels like she could fill out some things there, she certainly could, and put that wherever she'd like. Then we have the month of May. This is one of my favorites. For May, I did, I had these letter stickers, the pink rounds, but I didn't want them to just be as they were, and so I already put the washi tape here, which is a plum and peach and pink and cream color, and I decided to make backgrounds for each of these letters that would match and coordinate, and I'm actually going to do a quick little YouTube process video on how to do that. It's very, very simple. And made some extra ones, and so I used that as my tab for this month, and just added a rose cutout to that. And then on the side of this page, I've added a vintage postcard from 1910, and I sewed on 2 note pages, so that way she can still, you know, see the writing and who it was from and when it was sent and where. Only had one image to cover up and did that with the pink lined note paper. And on this one in the background, I've stamped some dogwood flowers and some pale peach and pink ink. Okay, a couple of blank pages. Then we had June. June was the most difficult for me. I don't know why. Anyway, I picked out this washi that I wanted to use, and then I had these letter stickers, and I backed them also with the white like cardstock and just inked around them in black. Covered up images with this teal and white line paper. Added a beach, well, kind of beachy looking notepad paper. Has one of the Adirondack chairs on it, on a dot with some water in the background, and just glued them back to back and attached those to the side. And this cute little pink lemonade bottle. And at the top, the tab for this one is a vintage ticket. I think it was like a 15-cent ticket, and a little wooden button there, and stapled that on. June, glue everywhere. Okay, July was fun. This one went really quick, the July. I added the red, white, and blue flower tape down each side. Did the, I love these letters, and I don't have many of them, but I did have enough to spell out July. These red, they're metallic and kind of puffy. Love them. Anyway, tab at the top is a little pair of sunglasses. Thought that was cute. And like, I had these really cute stickers, and it looks like a giant stamp, says Happy 4th of July. And put a starburst over here, and down at the bottom there's an extra box, and I just put this cute little mason jar that has USA embellished on there with some flowers and a flag. And then on the extra for this month is a little white envelope with a window in the front. And so I've added some goodies in there. Some cute little sunglasses and a name tag. Hello, my name is. And so everything's red, white, and blue. Pop those back in. Yep. So July. This is one of my favorite of the original book pages, or photographs from the original book. Some blank pages in between. August was another one that gave me some fits. It's just, you know, summer, and anyway. But what finally sealed the deal was I found that I had this really cool milk cap, vintage milk cap with sun on it, and it looks like the sun, and it's orange. And I was like, oh my God, that would be perfect for the month of August, because it's just hotter than blazes in August. I stamped some yellow flowers. They kind of look like a sunflower shape in the background, but they're very light. You can barely see them. And I stuck with reds, yellows, oranges, because it's so incredibly hot in August, generally speaking, around here. Used yellow chevron washi down the sides. And then for the month name, I just used these letter stickers in this black font. And then this was a long index card, and I just folded it up and made a pocket out of it. And it's a vintage one. I can't remember who on Etsy I bought it from. It's been a little while. But they're all tabbed and have different things. This is request to deposit. You know, it was like a divider for some kind of an index divider for something. But she could do some secret journaling, you know, back here, put some secret notes back there. And then I put some goodies in there. And these are vintage labels for, I guess, if you were canning or making, you know, doing preserves or canning vegetables, you could use. But I thought they'd be fun for little journal spots. And I made this tag. I have a book out of the 50s or about the 50s, and it's a picture of some kids, and in the bottom I just cut out a few of the words or some phrases from the picture caption. So it just says, "In London on their pogo sticks, 1958." Yeah, fun times back then, I guess. Life was carefree, and I thought that was very summer-like. Oh, and when this is old enough that it's become brittle, this index card, so when I folded it, the bottom wanted to sort of start to tear. So when I sewed the pocket up, I also sewed on a piece of ribbon just to help support that and keep it a little sturdier. Didn't want it to fall apart on her. Okay, September. I just had these really pretty letter stickers that were different shapes, and I added the little, look like nail heads into there were little circles, you know, punched out on each one. Yeah, so I wanted to add the little nail heads. And then, oh, I just put a strip of yellow washi behind it. I know September we usually think about school, but I didn't really have any school things, which is odd, being that I was a school teacher. I know, and but I left most of my, you know, school stuff in my room when I left, and so I just went. Well, to me, this paper that I used here on that I added for her extra notes, you know, looks like handwriting paper because it has the red and blue lines and the, you know, the dotted lines. That reminds me of school. So I also used that same note paper to cover up the any images that needed to be covered. And I stuck to primary colors: reds, blues, greens, yellows, oranges. And use this, I just love this plaid washi tape down each side. And the top is just a little like file folder tab that says Sweet September, and I just stapled that on. Let's see, there's this page. So, and see, on these blank pages she can do art journaling, junk journaling, things about family, things about herself, experiment with stuff, whatever she wants. This is one of my favorite layouts. October. This was so much fun to do. I did decorate this one fairly heavily, and I'm sorry, Tracie, if I overdid it, but it was just so much fun. But there's still plenty of room for you to add things. I added kitty cat and black and white. I layered it. I did the black and white stripe. Or is it check? Let me see. Yes, this was black and white check washi down each side, and then I went back and added the orange with the black cats on top of that, over to the side a little bit. The tab at the top is this really cool puffy skull, and it's on the back of a banner sticker. You know, it would be long, like a rectangle-ish shape, I guess. I just folded it in half and added the sticker to the front. And I don't know if you can see this or not, but I added in several of the boxes this little web stamp that I found. I didn't even realize I had that. Just came across it last minute. Didn't do it in all the boxes, you know, but some here and there. I thought that was fun. And as well as a couple of spiders, like this guy and that one up there. The month of October I did with the green glitter. That was fun. Added a couple of bats and used orange, a pale orange paper to cover up images. The extra for this month is a green vintage bingo card, and on the back I attached 2 guest checks for her to put notes on, and it was a little too long for the bingo card, So I took the tabs, you know, that are perforated at the bottom, and just put them here on the side as a tab, you know, to turn. Sewed those on to that. And added some cute little stickers down here. This little ghost is on the 31st, which is Halloween, and added a boo and a black kitty sticker. So I enjoyed doing that. That was fun. Let's see, this page, we've only got a couple more to go. This is another Project Life card I added in. It says Live a Thankful Life and has pretty sunflowers on the back. And I just made a plum, embellished a gold paper clip with some plum ribbon. I hope she likes this. I had the best time making it. I really did. Okay, November, I had cork board letters that have little white dots there. And I tried to stick with oranges and browns, and these stamps are actually a plum color, these leaves that I've stamped in the background. But for some reason, I really wanted to use this washi that has a little more color in it. It has the bright yellow, which you do see in the file too, but it also has hot pink and this like seafoam green color. I don't know, for me it was calling my name and said, we really want to be on this page, so I went with it. And I like it. I like the way it turned out. I added a little embellishment sticker up here that says Grateful, Thankful, Blessed. And the tab is also that seafoam green, which I thought was cute with that washi. And it's a vintage ticket. I folded it in half. And I have one of those, let's see, vintage Dymo labeler. And lo and behold, the tape that came with it was wood grain, and I had that in there. I thought it was black and white, and it wasn't. It was brown, so that was perfect. And I just typed NAV for November. Love that. Love this. If you can find one of these, they're fabulous, and they're not complicated like the new ones are all fancy schmancy. Simple, easy to use. Okay, and then I just recently got these off of a seller on eBay. The Post-it notes or Post-it-lets by Hallmark. Love, love, love this. And I thought the colors in this needlework were, you know, perfect. And I did add a little index card, you know, like one of these at the top, and it says family. I just like the red with that, and just felt like it needed a little something extra in there. And I've stamped in the background acorns and 2 different leaves, and covered up the image with just some cream colored, a vintage blank book sheet from an old book. And coming to the end, we have December. Just used glitter stickers, red and white stripe washi down the side. The tab at the top is a stamp of a Santa Christmas ornament with some red sort of crocheted like lace at the top. And I stamped in the background Santas and Christmas trees. I did put a Christmas tree sticker on the 25th. And the addition on this month is a white CD pocket with the window in the front, and I added a vintage Christmas saucer mat to that. Yeah, and there's something else I'll be adding to this. Oh, and this was from one of the AT coins, Artist Trading coins. I did back at Christmas time, and it's an extra one I had left over, and I just felt like it needed to go on here somewhere. It was before I found my these CD covers, so I didn't even have that yet, and I wanted something that would flip somewhere. So I went and found this guy. It fit perfectly. I just cut the rounded edge off the bottom and put it on, and you know, she can do some secret a little secret message there or on the back of this. And that's vintage wrapping paper, the image. So that was fun. And then I added one more Project Life type card. It says, my most memorable moment this year. And then on the back, collect moments, not things. So she could use either side and just use some gold glittery or sparkly ribbon on that. And I put that at the end, of course. Yep, and then we're at the end, and I added at the very end, instead of my usual just library pocket, I have some of these nice, oh, what do you call it? You know, oh, I forget what you call this. Gusseted file folder, and that way you can open it up and actually get your hand in there and get two things. I stamped some little birds, a bird silhouette on there. And I've added some vintage pharmacy papers from a hospital up north. This is an image out of a book about the 50s. Like, it's the same book that I got the kids jumping on the, what do you call those things? Pogo sticks. They came out of the same book. A vintage book text page from a German copy of Margaret Mitchell's Gone with the Wind. Look at the print on that. The font. Can you see that? It's really beautiful. I don't know if I've given Tracie any of that or not, but, well, if I have, now you have more. If not, then there that is. This, I got out of a vintage pack I ordered from someone, I think on Etsy, Shoot Out the Star game, and I guess it was, you know, at a carnival or festival of some sort, you tried to shoot the star out and probably won a prize if you did. Snapshots or just a blank Project Life type card. Bag, Peanuts bag. Little receipt with the second page. You would need a piece of carbon paper to do the, you know, copy on the customer receipt. Vintage Valentine card. And then a bag of a few little goodies, and I'll just leave those. I'm not going to pull those out. And they fit nicely right here in this back pocket. And there's the back. I did not decorate the cover. I had planned on that, but then I thought better of it. I thought I'll let Tracie decide if she wants to do that. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. And like I said, if anybody is interested in me making one, I can start at whatever month we're currently at, you know, and move on. That's how my book started. As you can see, my book started in August of 2018. So we can, you know, start from the current time and move on. Or if you want to do like Tracie and have a whole, you know, year's a snapshot of 1 year in one book, I'd be glad to do one like that. And we can talk about price and all that. I really don't know what I would charge for one of these, but it's something I would love to do for somebody if you're interested. I certainly enjoy making it, and I hope Tracie loves it. It was a joy to make. Absolutely loved it. And Tracie, God bless you. I know you've been waiting for this it's long overdue, but I just kept coming up with things I wanted to try, and then once I had the idea, I had to find, you know, the right thing to go with whatever my idea was. So you've been very patient. This will be going out in the mail to you tomorrow morning. So all right, I'm gonna get this packaged up, sent on, and so my next video will probably be a video of the journal that Tracie swapped with me, you know, the one that she made for me. So I can't wait to show you that. Look forward to talking to you again real soon. Bye.